What's up, guys? We are here with Rocco Buttliere here in Brick Universe, Louisville, 2018. Rocco makes mocks out of Lego. Mock stands for My Own Creation, if you're not familiar with that. He displays at Brick World Chicago and Brick Universe, which we're here this weekend. So, Rocco, I want to ask you, how did you first get into Lego?
Sure. So, actually, it was Harry Potter that got me into Lego first. So, I've always... whatever I've been interested at the time is what I do in Lego. So started with Harry Potter, moved on to Star Wars when the prequels were coming out. And at a certain point, I got interested in architecture about 12 years ago when the modular houses started coming out. So that was the perfect segue into that sort of thing.
Very cool. Okay, yeah, those are some of my favorite themes as well.
Yeah.
So you do all your scales in a 1 to 650 scale, correct? Now, why? Is there a reason you chose that?
There's actually a builder who I think you saw his work at Brick World, Michigan. His name's Spencer Roscala. He kind of actually started the sort of 1 to 650 scale because he discovered that you can use one, at that scale, you can use one plate for the floor and then one plate for the window and get roughly the accurate number of floors in like a commercial high-rise. So that was a good starting point. Like, seeing his work and getting inspired by it from my first time at Brick World in 2008 as a member of the public.
Very cool.
But then, you know, taking what I saw from him and applying my own stuff to it and obviously making my own body of work since then has been what I've been doing.
Very cool. That's awesome. All right, so you just recently received your degree in architecture, correct? From the Illinois Institute of Technology?
Yes.
Okay, so how is going to these classes and getting your degree? Has that transferred into your architecture Lego building? Has it enhanced
Yeah,
anything?
a lot of people ask if I've ever used Lego for a school project, and the answer would be no, because you need to... Lego is kind of fixed in its modularity. It wouldn't make sense for a fluid project to jump right into something that's that specific, but the opposite is true. I think that what you learn in the different classes has a lot of rollover into the things that you need to pay attention to things like color and consistency and scale, especially, obviously. So yeah, a lot of stuff I learned in classes actually does carry over into what I do. Very helped improve it, I'd say.
Yeah, that's cool. So you've also done displays in England and Scotland, is that correct?
Yeah.
How have those differed from conventions here in the States?
So the Brick Live conventions are actually a lot like Brick Universe, where not in the sense of where there's featured artists and there's galleries. There is a fan zone where it's more like maybe Brick World, on, you know, closer together tables and things like that. But I just mean more like Brick Universe in the sense that there's more interactive areas for families and stuff to do like that. So the focus isn't just on the fans, unlike most American events.
I gotcha.
But so then outside of that, I've also done things I was at the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh for a month this past year, working for Warren and Teresa Elsmore with their company. They basically get paid to build with Lego.
That's great. That's very cool.
Yeah, so we did a whole, we set up a studio in a really like old landmarked building in the middle of the city right on the Royal Mile, and built it was over 2 floors, so on the second floor where they start the tour, we're in their building in the studio with all our parts and whatnot, working on different parts of the city that when you go downstairs, you see us slowly adding to over the course of the month. So that's was a lot
very
of fun.
Cool. That sounds awesome. So, do you have a favorite model of yours, and why is it your favorite?
I mean, there's different reasons that some of them are my favorites, just because there's like little parts in them that I think I did really successfully that have informed so many models since then. But obviously, like my Golden Gate Bridge, I'm really happy with how it turned out, because it's, you know, 12 feet long and uses actual cable suspension. And I think a lot of people, when they make the Golden Gate Bridge, not to like disqualify any cool techniques in their models, but sometimes they shorten the span to make it more manageable. But I really wanted to get the authentic, you know, full span, because all my models are to scale, so I wanted to sort of accurately, truly represented next to, say, something like Chicago.
Yeah, definitely. That's very cool. So which model challenged you the most then, do you think?
I guess in terms of detail, maybe like the Houses of Parliament and Westminster Abbey, definitely like figuring out flying buttresses, because the thing is, like, there's only really one Lego model of Westminster Abbey, which is actually by Warren and Teresa Elsmore, but that's a huge scale. So shrinking it down, I had to come up with my own ways to do it, and obviously people have done a million cathedral models, so there's a million ways to do flying buttresses, but I needed something like new that fit at the scale, because it's important to sort of differentiate your body of work from perhaps something like familiar stomping ground that many builders have done. So I used like wing space plates going vertically to get that nice angle in toward the side of the building, and then piston Technic pieces to actually form the arch section that goes into the apse on the inside of the cathedral. So, you know, little things like that to kind of try and differentiate your work is sometimes really challenging to actually think of. I end up going on Bricklink, looking in light gray, which, as you can imagine, is about 90 pages or something, looking through all those elements to get an idea of what parts to use.
Very cool. That's awesome. All right, so it concludes the main part of the interview, but we're going to do a rapid-fire questionnaire with Rocco to get to learn more about him. All right. So, best pizza in Chicago?
Gino's East.
Okay. Favorite city to travel to?
That I've been to, London.
Okay. Favorite Lego set?
Oh man. I want to say Greengrocer, because that kind of...
It's a great set.
Yeah, maybe not the best of the modulars, but definitely, and Parisian Restaurant.
Okay, very good. Favorite movie?
Of this year, Blade Runner. Last year, Arrival.
Okay. Favorite Taylor Swift song? This is geared directly to Rocco.
Okay. Off Reputation, definitely Getaway Car.
Great answer.
Before that, Out of the Woods. That's at number 1 on my top 25.
All right, and then the most important question. Waffles or pancakes?
I guess waffles. Otherwise the butter slides off.
That is the correct answer. Thanks a lot, Rocco. We appreciate it.
Thank you,
Rocco's links to all his social media is going to be in the description below. Definitely check him out. Give him a follow and likes. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay wild, as Jordan says.